Welcome. So let's do a little 5-10 minute post desk job release for your neck, your shoulders, your back a little bit. So come on up to a very comfortable seated position. And you can even sit in a chair if you'd like, and then just move down onto the floor when you're ready for it. So just take your chin in towards your throat. And super slow, just begin to rotate your head side to side. And start to sense those threads along the sides of your neck. And slowly beginning to release. And for many of us, you might even sense that one side is quite a lot tighter, or it has the perception of being tighter than the other. And if that's you, you might just want to linger on the stretch of that side. Good. And then even if you're sitting in a chair, just come back through center and cross your right hand to the outside of your left knee there to the best of your ability. And you're not going to twist your chest as much as just your arm is going to go across. And you're going to really like hold on to whatever you got there, and your other hand can just rest there. And then tuck your chin towards the throat quite strongly. And see if you can maybe start to get into the back of your shoulder blade as well as the back of your neck. And then gently release that. Go to the other side. So cross your left hand to the outer right knee. And then again, your arm is going to cross the body, but your chest is not. So your chest points forward and your arm twists, so your shoulder blade begins to open here. And your other hand can just rest there. Tuck your chin. And you can even think about pushing your shoulder blade down towards your hips. Good. And then really gently release that. And roll your shoulders a few times back, a few times forward. Good. And then if you're seated in a chair, just come off the chair now, and make your way onto your mat or onto the floor. So we'll take just a really super simple lunge, with your right knee back and your left leg forward. And if this hurts, taking this position, it hurts the knee to be against the ground, double up your mat so you have an extra little bit of padding there. Let's take the hands behind the back and interlock the fingers. So we're going to match this with breath. Your inhale breath is actually going to back you out of stretch. You're going to come into more and more of a neutral back, and your elbows will bend and your knuckles will touch your sacrum, so that little bone there along your hips. This is going to be your inhale. And as you exhale, you'll sink into a stretch through the front of your right hip. So try not to arch your back too much. There is still a little bit of the core drawing in and back, and your hips simply descending forward and down. At the same time that you exhale, stretch your arms back and lift your chest. Inhale back out of it. Exhale position is to sink and to stretch your chest. Inhale back out. Exhale. This is number 3. And you can even lift your arms a little bit higher away from your hips. Inhale, bend and back out. Exhale, sink and stretch. Last one, inhale. Exhale, pull back with your arms, sink and stretch there in your hips. Take one more inhale breath. And then exhale, release your hands to the mat, undo your fold if you had one, and just switch your legs. Left leg goes back, your right leg goes forward. And again, if you need that extra little padding underneath your knee, go ahead and take it. Switch the grip of your hands. Whatever feels weird, do that one. Inhale breath is to back out. Your exhale breath is to sink and stretch. Inhale. Exhale, number 2. Inhale. Exhale, number 3. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Really nice. Bring your hands all the way down to the mat. Glide your right knee back. And just stay on your hands and your knees and just take your hips forward and back a moment. And you don't have to really worry about coming into any pose. Just move. Move your hips. Good. And if you'd like, you can even do little circles there. Taking your hips like right side, right wrist, left side, left heel, right heel. And perhaps changing your direction a couple of times. Good stuff. And then just gently walk your hands back until you're seated. So the last pose, it's a really nice one, especially if you work a desk job for very long hours. And it's going to require the 2 blocks. So one block is going to be for your head. The other block quite close to your head block. I think a little spider. Oh, hello, little guy. Okay, you got to get off my block. You got to get off my block, dude. Okay, he's gone. The other block is quite close to the head block. And this is going to be for your shoulder blades. This is your shoulder blade block. All right, now off my mat. Off my mat, buddy. Off my mat, please. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. So sit on your bum. Eradicate your mat of spiders. And then start to ease your way down. It does take a little bit of wiggling. And just remember, no blocks should be on your low back. This is all the upper back that I'm working on here. And find a good, comfortable position there. So you're which is relative, actually, what I'm going to ask you to do next. Your head is supported by the head block, and your ribs are supported by the chest block. And then you're going to wiggle until you can find your chest block between your shoulder blades. And if you reach your arms up and separate your shoulder blades, you'll find it a little bit easier. And for me, I have these really good heavy wooden blocks. Good, again, another relative term because they're heavy. But they really dig. So if you have foam blocks, they don't dig as well. You won't feel it as well, but you'll still get the benefits of the pose, of course. So separate shoulder blades. Inhale. And then exhale. Just allow your shoulder blades to drop in to the block, and you should be able to feel it there. If you like move your shoulder blades up and down, you should feel the block just sort of like rubbing against the muscles of your shoulder blades. And just take a few moments and almost like relax into it. You almost think about the block like digging into, like underneath, the shoulder blade. And if you rock a little bit side to side, you might be able to give yourself like a little massage there for your shoulder blades. Relax your neck and let your head turn with your chest. Good. And you can try different arm positions, arms up a little bit higher. It might give you access to a few different muscles there. And arms wide gives you also a different experience. Just give it a go. See how you feel. With all of these sort of more myofascial release kind of work, there's no right or wrong. And it's totally okay to shift around. And if you have good heavy blocks like I do, they dig into your back a bit. Hopefully in a good way. If in a bad way, please come out and just don't do it as long. And then just close your eyes. And I like just to stay here with the arms alongside and your shoulders resting and the block somewhere in between your shoulder blades. My shoulder blades are just hitting the block passively. I'm not even massaging my back anymore. I'm just resting. I'm just allowing the chest to passively open. If this gets too much, you can always turn your chest block the other way. I'll just quickly show you because it's a really good one. This a ways. And this will take the shoulder blade massage out of it, but you'll still get that lovely chest opener and the shoulder opener through the front. Good. Please stay here as long as you need to. Otherwise, from my light to yours, namaste.